In this moment, come together. Be as one without a care. In the air, in the air, put your lights up in the air.
Okay, so I go by the name of Viz, and this beautiful young lady needs no introduction, but I'm going to introduce her anyhow because it would be rude of me not to. It is Keri Hilson. Welcome to the UK.
Hi, thank you.
How's your stay been so far?
So far so good. So far so good. I've been working like crazy, but a lot of good things.
Okay, no rest for the wicked. But have you experienced any British culture, the food?
Absolutely. You know what I love most? I do go for like the traditional, like the shepherd's pie, the fish and chips. But after I have that, I have to go into the cultural ethnic food. Like the best authentic Jamaican, Thai, Indian, African, whatever it is. I know, I'm hungry. That's why I'm going so deep into it. But I love ethnic foods. And here I feel like it's one of the best places you can get anything you want. Authentically.
Okay, I've been following your career for some time now, but they say you learn something new every day, and I recently learned, just before interviewing you today, you're an Arsenal fan. Is that true? Please tell me this is not true.
Well,
who got hold of you? Who convinced you to be an Arsenal fan?
A friend of mine that lives here just has, I guess I've been converted, but I'm still not like an avid soccer fan. I know very little about the game. I was gonna go to my very first game the other day, England versus Switzerland. But you didn't. But I couldn't make it,
the boys didn't do too badly.
So actually maybe if I learned the stats between Arsenal and Manchester United, I know they're like rivals, right?
That's right,
So if I learn the stats and watch a couple games, maybe I'll be able to make an educated decision as opposed to just going with what my friend, you know.
That sounds good. I think by the end of your stay, I'm going to convert you to a Manchester United fan. All right, so let's talk about the album, No Boys Allowed. I mean, some boys out there may be a little bit taken aback by that title and think, well, I can't go to her concerts and I can't buy her album.
I think that if a boy, that means they're a boy. If I say no boys allowed, then clearly you consider yourself a boy and not a man. So if you're offended, then you completely miss it. If someone called me a little girl, I wouldn't answer to that. I wouldn't, you know, if someone said no little girls allowed, I'd be like, well, great, I'm a grown-ass woman. So that's what I mean by that. So yeah, those that are offended, step your game up, and yeah, that's what it's all about.
All right, talk to us about Pretty Girls Rock. How did the, you know, the whole song come about? And obviously, we love the video.
Well, yeah, it's just a different connotation. I'll explain why this matters to me, because it's not that pretty girls rock. I don't want to alienate anyone. I feel like every woman can do the pretty girl rock. Period. So it's all about self-empowerment. Self-empowerment. I think that in today's society, when it comes to social media, it comes to comparing yourself, you know, accepting opinions on, even if it's like the internet, Facebook, your profile picture, your Twitter picture, all that. Anyway, I say all that to say I think women have come to a place where we validate ourselves based upon others' opinions. And, you know, even when it comes down to wearing makeup and expensive handbags and expensive heels, and, you know, it's okay to do it. I do it for my job. But I don't place a high value on these things. These don't make me who I am. I'm a very dimensional, you know,
you think the media reinforces that for the young girls? Do you think it's a difficult world for the young girls to live in at the moment because of all this?
And that was the purpose behind the song. You know, was to allow people women to feel beautiful regardless of what society says and shows. You know, the expectations of beauty are super duper high right now, and I think that we deserve to feel beautiful no matter what.
You know what, I'm really glad you put that out there, because I think some people may have taken the song just for face value and not understood the concept of it. So
and that's fine, that's fine. You do music for people in layers. At the top of it, for those that, you know, think that I'm a rude, conceited bitch for singing that song, I feel like they're completely missing it. But as long as you enjoy it and you sing along and occasionally, I think that there are more people that understand the depth of it, that it's not about what you're hearing, it's about what you're feeling. When you hear that record, you do feel confident. You know what I mean? And yeah.
It is a feel-good record, I must say.
It's the record that mothers walk up to me and say, my daughter has to listen to this before she goes to school, and she just feels so beautiful. You know, or the mother will say, I get ready for work to your song. I go to the club and I feel like I'm the baddest thing walking in the room, and I need that boost some days because I don't feel 100% every day. And that's what makes me understand that some people get it.
Before you made that song, what was that song for you that made you feel good, that made you feel bad?
Oh man.
What would you say is a song that really meant a lot
made
to
me
you
feel confident?
Yeah. It just meant a lot to
Judy. Oh, well, Lauryn Hill. Anything by her, but particularly X Factor.
Yeah.
If I was going through something, that song makes me happy.
Okay, yeah. All right, cool. Just one last question then. You worked with Chipmunk?
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
Great. We actually weren't in the studio together, but we did work in, I met him at the Mobos a couple years ago when I hosted, and we took a picture or whatever. I think I posted it on my Twitter or something. But anyway, that was our first meeting. We didn't work in the studio together, but I saw him at the video shoot, and we had a great time.
You're someone that's had a lot of chart success. Now, Tinie Tempah's done really well in this country, and now he's starting to break America. I mean, what do you think it is about Tinie Tempah that is so appealing to America at the moment?
I think because he cuts through the mold.
Yes.
It was beginning to happen that rappers were sounding alike, and as far as U.S. music is concerned, and male rappers, I think that we lost a little bit of excitement. When Lil Wayne was away, T.I., some of my personal favorites, I felt that, Of course we have some great ones, but he just cuts through. He's got the accent, he writes great hooks. He's the first British rapper to break there if not ever, in a long while. So I'm excited for him. I'm glad to see him. He's been across the pond for some months now, I believe.
So what is it about Atlanta? Why is the vibe so great? Why is music so important to you guys?
Oh man, I don't know. We're just a creative city. I think that the underdog mentality allows us to perceive music differently. I think that anywhere you have people that just don't feel like they've ever done anything. You could see Outkast or Usher or any of the members of TLC. They sold millions and millions and millions of records in their heyday, and they walk around as if they've never done anything. There's just a certain creative underdog, grind about Atlanta that just makes it just an incredible, and the camaraderie. There's a huge camaraderie. Other cities are very, in the States, are very competitive. And not to big up Atlanta or put any other city down, but it really is a town of togetherness. Yeah.
One last bit of advice. You've had so much chart success. What advice would you give to the up-and-coming artists in the UK that want the same as you?
Yeah, I'm sure there are plenty of artists in the UK who aspire to do what I do or others. I would say always be perfecting some part of your craft. You can't consider yourself there.
Yeah.
I think the thing that keeps me humble, the thing that keeps me hungry, is the fact that I know that there are areas that I can improve, and every day, as long as I'm taking a step, you have to find this window. Find it. Look for what you can improve or what you can do to further your career. And like I said, it's not something that will always be obvious, but you might have to just force it. Just say, you know what? I can write better hooks, or I'm going to use more harmonies, or I'm going to try this or try that. Find your niche and be relentless. That's my biggest piece of advice. Be relentless. Be relentless. No one's going to hand you shit on a silver platter. So if you really want it, if it's really your passion, check yourself there too. Because sometimes people want the fame, they want the other parts, they want the money, they want the fame. They're not going to be able to handle what we go through and giving up your life for what it is we want to do. For us, it's just passion. Whether I make $10 this year or 10 million, I'm happy because I'm waking up every day with a smile on my face. So, yeah, it's my advice.
Okay, thanks a lot, Keri Hilson. Become a Manchester United fan and enjoy the rest of your stay.